Hello gardeners, I'm back. This is the first video of 2022 and I wanted to give you a tour of my vegetable garden that I worked on earlier this summer, and I'm going to be preparing some of the beds for spring. Enjoy! So, this is the vegetable garden. You can see we have 16 beds, 4 raised beds, and the rest are all in-ground beds because I figured I would use the raised beds for like root crops that need fluffier soil, and most everything else does well here. So I'll explain what I'll be putting in them in a later video, but today I just wanted to show you my process of moving back these wood chips and preparing the beds. So let's get into it. I just raked away most of the wood chip mulch. It will be easier to do once you can see the ground is still a little frozen. But we had a warm up, so I decided I'd get a bit of a head on it. And right now I'm just going to try and break it up a little bit more with this garden fork. Because if I get the ice up, it will start melting since it's nice and warm. It's about like 55 today, which is really nice. And I'm waiting for spring, a few more weeks. So this year we're gonna do everything from asparagus to sweet corn, to zucchinis, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be way bigger than last year's vegetable garden. Okay, so I just wanted to demonstrate 2 beds because there's still 6 more, and I didn't want to waste time. So now I'm going to give you a tour of what each bed most likely will entail. So this first circular bed is a newer part of my plan. So this is going to be the herb bed. So there's going to be rosemary, thyme, sage, dill, or maybe oregano, chervil, stuff like that. Parsley. And then we're going to come over here to one of our raised beds. And you can see I have these seed starting greenhouse covers because I'm trying to warm the soil up. You can see it's still a little frozen, so that's what I'm trying to do. Because what's going to go in here is carrots and onions and maybe some other things too, because they can go in the ground a little earlier. Maybe some shallots too. So I want to make sure it's nice and ready, not frozen solid. So this bed right here, I still am a little unsure of what I'm going to be doing in these beds, but this bed I think I'm going to do the asparagus. So if you're not familiar with asparagus, it is a perennial, and it can produce for 25 to 30 years or longer. So this will be a permanent spot of the vegetable garden. I found an old corn root. Or and corn or asparagus will go there. Same with this. I may do asparagus here and corn there, or vice versa. Then over here, I still really haven't thought about it I still haven't really thought about this bed yet.